Africa lost the opportunity to grow the aviation industry by triple its current figure of $77.5 billion when most national airlines became defunct. At the launch of the Airbus Aerospace white paper on Africa in France, an aviation expert at the International Air Transport Association, IATA, Mr. Raphael Kuuchi, said the collapse of most national airlines has been due to political interference by African governments over the past decades.
Reports indicate that in some countries in Africa, one has to travel outside Africa in order to get to another African country via air. Did you also know that whereas most African countries had their national airlines 5 decades ago, the number of national airlines on the continent is less than 15? Experts have bemoaned the inability of the continent to properly integrate the aerospace industry into the wider economy to help harness its full potential. To address some of these challenges, a white paper on the effective use of aerospace has been launched in France. The white paper highlights the different ways in which aerospace technology can support socio-economic development of Africa. The president of Airbus Africa and Middle East, Mr. Raphael Kuuchi, said the time had come for a paradigm shift from treating aerospace as an isolated industry to a key enabler of socio-economic change. A director of African Regional Department of Airbus, Ms. Alicia Grandcourt, that a vibrant aviation sector would have a ripple effect on tourism on the continent.
As we can see today, especially in Africa, when we talk about youth, when we talk about women, the arty crafts that they are doing, these are all part of the value chain that comes into the play in developing the tourism sector. A lot of countries in Africa has not yet made that shift to really consider to put tourism as one of the core priorities in the agenda, and this is what we hope for.
An aviation expert at the International Air Transport Association, IATA, Mr. Raphael Kuuchi, said the collapse of most African airlines paved way for European airlines to fill the vacuum created on the continent.
State felt like they must appoint the management and they must appoint the board. And these are not professionals that they appoint, but politicians. As a result of which, many of these were not run on sound business principles. Because management is not professional and because the performance was not based on sound economic principles, we found airlines operating to destinations because of political relations with those countries rather than sound economic business reasons for operating to those places.
The extensive report also examined how different segments of the industry can address a core set of challenges on the continent by increasing access to healthcare, enhancing food security, by making African agriculture more competitive and sustainable, as well as promoting education, training and innovation. It also looked at ways of breaking down barriers to the movement of people and goods across Africa.